Hey, welcome to Sports Chronicles, Ep.3. Just got finished working out. Had a story, another story for y'all that came to mind. Let's start with, I would say, around 2017, the end of 2016, 17. We're still looking around for, teams to play with. So I'm sending information, I was getting feedback. Jacksonville Sharks, arena team. Coach reached out to me, blah blah blah, and I ended up signing with them. So I did that. I was excited, blah blah blah. Traveled down to Jacksonville, and it's hot as hell down there. But been training. I think prior I was training for like 4 or 5 months, running and getting into shape and all this stuff, and just making things happen. And I was, got down there, practice and stuff started, everything went as planned. I did what I normally do, worked my tail off, went down there to play guard because arena ball, you got center, guard, tackle. It's a tackle / tight end, so the guy can go off for passes. So, we got down there. I seen they had a lot of D linemen, which they tend to do in camp, and it wasn't as many offensive linemen. So, I was down there playing, and one of the coaches asked, "Is can anybody play center?" And nobody really raised their hand, so I just raised my hand because I had a little bit of experience playing it. Nothing crazy, but had a little bit of experience. So I said, "Hey, whatever I gotta do, get on the team, blah blah blah." So I was playing guard, and I was doing like really well at guard. So I said, "I'll make the move." And I was playing center, took snaps, and got snaps and all that stuff. But yeah, so doing it through the week, and it's going good, and getting the timing and stuff down, and I was doing good there. So I said, okay, I figure I got time to make the team off of that. I knew I could play guard. I stayed after practice, ran, and coaches seen I was putting in the extra effort and stuff, and it got contagious where the coach was telling other veteran guys to, "Hey, why ain't you running? See, running." I just did it for a habit, just to stay in shape and just put a little bit extra time in after practice. But as the season went, not the season, but preseason went, I was doing well. Criticism here and there, and I'm coachable, so I'm like, okay, and fixed it. And then, like I said, long story short, I played ball a long time, but I think we had a first preseason game. I started at guard, and then I think third quarter I was switched to center. So I think I had a muff snap or some shit like that. But I was like, it'd be no biggie. And anybody knows it's pretty arena ball. It's a buddy system. So no matter how good you are, coaches and players, they'll bring in their guys. And then, at the end of the day, they want their guys. And I came down to cut day. So I knew I had made the team because I knew I was the best lineman on the team. I mean, hands down. I knew it. Up and down. First one to get called in, they're like, well, and then it was so funny. The coach was like, "Oh, there's nothing we could," he was like, "We got to let you go." And I'm just like, I'm so puzzled because this is the first time ever being cut from anything. I'm usually good at everything, and it's no way that I was the best lineman on the team, and you cut me, and then I put 2 and 2 together. Coach had a couple guys he brought in, wanted to keep reserve guys, which is, I couldn't wrap my head around it, but it is what it was. I was more shocked than anything, and as so is everybody else on the whole team. So, I went back home. I got a call from Richard Rough Riders. Because I remember I had played against when it was, I think Richmond Raiders or something like that. played against them when I played for another arena team. So they was making the transition, like changing their colors and new owner and stuff. So didn't know too much about them, and I was highly upset because, the coach, one of the coaches had called me, hey, we need a center, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I'll think about it. And another day, I said, I just want to get back on the field. So I ended up going out, really driving down to Richmond, and I had a rough couple of days because, like I said, I played center, but I hadn't played it that much, so they was in a shotgun, so I was watching the snaps to the left, to the right, left to the right, and blah, 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 and the coach was like, and then he was, because the guy he had there was having a rough time, and I was having a rough time, not necessarily blocking, just getting the snaps there, and then he said, well, we'll just move you back to guard, you can play guard. I said, yeah, and then I did my thing at guard, and made the team, and as the season progressed, we basically went undefeated. I think it was first year in that league. I think it was the APF or something like that. So we went undefeated that year. Had the championship at our home stadium. I mean, it had to be like almost 12,000. I don't want to say 12,000. Maybe I'd say around maybe 5,000 people, 6,000 people there at the championship game, which was amazing. And everything panned out. We ended up winning the championship, went undefeated, won the championship. And I think that same year, right after that championship, I had got a call from one of the AFL teams. They had like Washington Valor, and they had like the Baltimore Brigade in the AFL. So I think early in the year, the AFL team, Baltimore Brigade, had called me. Then I didn't hear back from them again. Then we had won the championship. They reached out to me. And then I think like a week after that or something, I went up there and practiced up there or whatnot for probably like 3 weeks. Yeah, it was 3 weeks. I practiced up there with them. They were in the playoffs, so guys were hurt. So I was practicing with the first team, and then I almost ended up playing in the playoff game, and everybody, just randomly got healthy all of a sudden. But it was a good opportunity. It was a good opportunity to go out there with the AFL, and I hear that the AFL is coming back, so that's even better. But that's one of my stories. One thing I thought that was good, ended up not being the place. I ended up finding another place, and it ended up working out there. So, crazy things happen for a reason, but it is what it is. But that happened around 2017, so that was a busy year. So definitely subscribe to my channel. This is episode 3, Sports Chronicles. I got more stories coming, so just stay tuned. Definitely check out my products. Check out my playlist, 6'5 online shop. We got 6'5 Pro apparel and 6'5 digital and merch. They're in my playlist. If you go through my playlist, you'll see links to products in there. Direct links are in the description. So just try to make a dent with this. Like I said, athletes, if you got a story or anything, you can send me an email, hit me up. My email's on YouTube. So, any stories, journeys, ups and downs, anything you want to talk about, just hit me up. This is Sports Chronicles, episode 3. Y'all have a good day. TER, time plus effort equals results. All right.